Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy DC coming to you from the Grindhouse. Welcome in, Hater Nation. What we're going to be talking about today is how to beat Cover 2. This is some definite tips for you. I like to give tips that can carry on from Madden to Madden to Madden, so you're not waiting for the Looney Tune kid-friendly play out there in order to beat somebody. Okay, you can run these concepts in order to beat Cover 2. Start running into a scheme in order to improve yourself as a user. So let's go ahead and get into it. Once again, Cover 2. There are 6 basic packages of the Cover 2, and we're going to talk about the 6 kind of different ways you can call Cover 2, which is Tampa 2, Cover 2 Hard Flat, Cover 2 Sink, Cover 2 Carry, Cover 2 Blitz, and Cover 2 Invert. Those 6 right there are the 6 ways that you can call Cover 2, depending on the package. Is kind of how well they'll play a certain position or a certain area. Okay, because if you're putting more DBs on the field and they're DBs in yellows with 91 zones, it's gonna be hard to throw on it. But everyone's running in Madden 19 or Madden 18 anyway. But just to understand how the game works. So we're gonna talk about Cover 2 Carry. Is a Cover 2 that plays really short. On average, it plays 5 to 7 yards deep, versus a Tampa 2 plays 10 to 15 yards deep. So it's going to play really short. It's good at 4th down situations. It's good on the red zone as well, in the goal line, because you can keep everything in front of you with it being short plays, and they can start flying to the ball a little bit faster. Then you have the Cover 2 Invert. The Cover 2 Invert plays a little bit like a Cover 2 Cloud Flat, if you're calling it the way that it's supposed to be called with the Cloud Flats. It's going to play like that. They're going to leak out to the sides, but they're going to take the Cloud Flat area, which is a different look for Cover 2. So it is a really good play, but it has its disadvantages, and we're going to talk about that here as well. And then you have the Cover 2 Blitzes, which are a 5-man blitz with 6 zones, 2 light blues, 2 yellows, and 2 deep blues. Generally, you're going to see these if you come up against someone who's a heavy blitzer. But if they're a person that likes to sit in coverage, they're probably not going to call that. Then you have the Cover 2 Sink. The Cover 2 Sink is like the Cover 3 Match. It is supposed to turn into man-to-man. The whole purpose of it is they're in soft squats on the outsides. Their job is to turn into man-to-man. So if you ever got mad calling Cover 2 Sink, that's actually why. You probably don't know that, but that is the whole purpose of a Cover 2 Sink. Of course, you have the Cover 2 Hard Flat. That means that the blues are going to stay down in the hard flat. I really like it. A lot of people sleep on the Cover 2 Hard Flat because, you know, they thinking, well, they're going to stay in the hard flat. A lot of people are going to run C routes against it. But if you play that properly, you can actually, if you play the safety and call it a hard flat, play the blue, they're thinking, oh, he's in a hard flat. You can actually pick off a lot of balls that way because they're thinking hard flat. So you're already getting your mental scheme against them on defense. But that's neither here nor there. A little quick tip for you, but we're going to move on to the Tampa 2, which is the most popular Cover 2 that everyone calls. And the whole purpose of this one is they're actually supposed to sit 5 to 10 yards, or I'm sorry, 10 to 15 yards out. That's their whole purpose, and their whole job is to sit 10 to 15 yards out, keep everything in front of them on the Cover 2. Even with the deep blue or the deep mid read, it's supposed to be deeper on the Tampa 2, and it's supposed to just everything is supposed to stay in front of them in order to stop the play. It's the best bend don't break defense out there. So now we're going to talk about how you're going to beat these coverages. All right. So the first thing that you want to do is, just to help you understand how to play the game, is I want you to go to concepts. Okay. I want you to understand what each one of these concepts purpose is. Slant, stick, Ohio, Omaha, scat, spacing. What is the purpose? What is the coverage is supposed to be? Same thing, medium pass, long pass, whatever. You want to start understanding concepts. And when you call your play, it's better to be in formation to give yourself a disguise on what you may be calling, but just to understand how to move, how the game moves, you really want to start looking at concept and really start understanding, you know, what is double moves? What's the purpose of a double move? If you don't know, then that's your problem. If they're in man-to-man, double moves on the outside kill man-to-man. Okay? That you want to know that. Because if you see it, you can say, boom, I can go to man-to-man. Someone's running cover 2 robber or cover 1 robber, 100% fine. I'm going to start going to double moves. I don't need you to press. My guy makes a double move on the outside or 2 double moves on both outsides. I can kill you deep. Alright, smash concepts, and this is one of the ones we're going to talk about 3 specifically. The smash concept is one of the concepts that beat cover 2 really, really easy. The pivot as well, and the Salem. Okay, so we're going to run a couple of these plays really quickly. So the first one, we're going to talk about the smash concept, and one of my favorite ones is the angle smash, and we'll talk about it here in 1 second. So we're going to go cover 2, which is, I like to call the coverage out of the nickel. I don't particularly like the 3-4 and the 4-3. If you didn't know, in the 3-4 and the 4-3, for some reason, the Tampa 2, the zones on the outsides changed to man-to-man. I don't know why. So if you're calling cover 2, Tampa 2, don't call it out of the 3-4. You can shade over the top with the quick adjustments, but I want to know that that's one adjustment I don't have to call. All right, so we're going to look for, there we go, the 2-4-5 Tampa 2. That's the one we're going to go with. Really like this play because both sides are going to beat cover 2 on the edge. So the smash concept is on the left side, is sending a post route to the outside and a hitch route. What that's going to do is going to back the cloud flat into his coverage, and you're going to be able to throw the X route fast. With this one, the smash concept, you kind of want to wait. And as you can see, I can complete it. You have to wait. This one is about timing. You have to wait until he gets him into his cloud flat position, and you'll be able to throw that. So the longer you wait, the better it is. All right. So I messed up on the timing on the first couple. Right there. Now they make him, sometimes they're gonna make him drop the ball. It's just because the game is the game. But that's the smash concept. So what we're going to talk about is the opposite side, though. It's very important to note. Anytime you have a receiver or a tight end coming out of a position that's not in the slot, going to the flat, the blue on that side will not pay attention to them. So what you're going to see is, you can see Thomas, my tight end, is going to do an out route. All right, that out route will not be paid attention to by the blue. He will only focus on the comeback route. All right, and that's going to give you the ability to throw it there and get up the field, potentially get that animation. You can get 6, 7, 8 yards almost every single trip. Okay, because he doesn't pay attention, because he's on the offensive line and he's not coming out of the slot. It actually confuses the defense, and you can have that potential to get yards. You can also send that, and this is when you can get into adjustments and find another plays. Now you know these concepts. You see the smash concept. You see this out comeback concept. I can send him on a drag or send him on a streak, A on a streak. Send Y over there, and as long as I got the time in the pocket, I can throw the Y, get another couple of steps, and I have the potential to get sticky. All right, that's going to give me the potential to get sticky. I can hit him with a juke if I have a really good wide receiver in that position. I can do a lot of different things with that, because I understand now, as long as he's not in the slot, he won't pay attention to him. So a play like this is going to work out really well. You can send him all the way over as long as you got time in the pocket. Send his drag all the way over. Same thing. You can definitely get some potential yards out of that play because he's gonna sit. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next concept, which is double moves, or I'm sorry, pivots. And you want to make sure the pivot has an out and an in route. So for instance, this double pivot out of the gun wing slot offset, it's not going to work. okay, because he's going on a streak and he knows that he can leave him alone so he can cheat down. As long as you have an out and an in, so as you can see in the gun 5 wide trio, it's a post route, but he's still going in, and a double pivot or a pivot to the outside, it's gonna actually work on cover 2. You can see we were gonna go still nickel 2-4-5. You see my Y comes right on the outside, and he makes a potential 5-yard pass play. All right, very easy to complete. Don't have to do too much to it. He's playing it really well. All these are 91 zones, if I did not say that earlier, but I can possession catch. I can do a lot different with those, with the in and the out. All right, make sure you got one going in and one going out. And as you can see, he touched him, but as you can see as well, because that pivot is going in, he's coming to the outside. I can do whatever I wanted to do with that guy. I can slant him. Once you see that zig and that route from there, you actually have a potential of completing that guy right there. Nice little 5-yard pass play. Very easy concept. Very easy to work into your playbook. And once you start understanding this concept of the out and the in with the zig, or the comeback and the table route, or the comeback and the out route, or just various different types of things, you can actually start understanding how to beat cover 2. Once you start beating the outsides and you start pulling a user to the outside of the field, once that happens, what can I do? Once I start noticing you are taking your user straight out of the center to play, I can hit the center now. I can hit the outside, I can hit the center. I can start cooking you anywhere on the field, because now I know you're thinking, okay, well, he's gonna hit me on the outside. Then I take it to the inside. Little quick tidbit for you. All right, so the last one is the Salem. It is in medium pass as well. We're gonna look at the Salem route. All right, one of my favorites is the high-low dig out of the gun Y off trip sweep. All right, I like to flip it, and I'm gonna show you why here in a second. Cover 2, Tampa 2. And as you can see, Jones, similar situation. Even though he gets bumped, goes on the outside, he can catch the ball. And if you didn't pay attention, that guy took the in route all the way across the field. All the way across that field. And as you can see, I can get up almost 8-9 yards off of that. Now I'm going to show you another concept, especially with these C routes. I know everybody loves the C routes. It's been harder this year to get out off the C routes, harder than it has been in the past, because the cloud flat is doing a really well job at shutting it down. But we're going to go ahead and motion him on the inside. So what happens here is that route, the C route, is taken outside of area that gets the blue to pay attention to him. So what does that mean? I am taking him out of the position of the slot. I said that really funny. I apologize. But I take him out of the position of the slot because it's going to give him the ability to get wide open. Now I'm gonna roll out the pocket just to get a little bit better of an angle, and I got smoked. Let's do that one more time. I got smoked. Like I said, you don't get much time in the pocket on all Madden. So once I see engagement, I'm gonna roll out the pocket, and then I'm going to catch it and just possession catch it. This game is so funky sometimes because they let those deep blues play tighter coverage. You have to really start understanding how to do that. And as you can see, boom, really easy to run. You're not making any adjustments. All the plays that I've showed you, I've not made any adjustments. I showed you that you can if you want to, but the plays that I've showed you, you don't have to make any adjustments to, as long as you start understanding. And he just overthrew, which will happen, and that will frustrate you because you'll just be like, yo, my man was wide open, why are you doing me like that? So one more time, you're gonna roll out this pocket. I'm gonna be under pressure. I'm going to catch it and get out of bounds, potentially make a move up the field, depending on how good your receiver may be. But definitely can do some damage with this play because you can get to the outsides. You can attack the outsides. And the beauty, and I know most people are saying, right? Most people who are anti-haters, right? They're all lovey-dovey. What they're saying is, oh, I can user this. Okay, so let's say you wanted to user this guy right here. And you're like, oh, I'll just take my guy and user him on this outside edge. There's a reason why you don't user the outside edge unless you have the DB, is because my guy is coming right across the middle of the field. So if you pull him out, I can actually hit that X route. And without it, I can actually hit the X route as well. So we'll show that one more time, and then we'll end the video here. So as you can see, I can pull him. He's pulling this guy out. Center of the field, possession catch. Nice 15-yard pass play. So that's pretty much it for cover 2. Make sure you check out my other videos, my other gameplay. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully we can get this to 15 likes. That would be absolutely incredible. Thank you guys for the support. I hate you really, really much. I really do. So that's going to be pretty much it. It's your boy DC. Always remember, embrace the hate. Embrace it.